What? Huh? What? Okay, that's not a thing. I am not allowed to click on that. Or I do click on it. What is happening? I just wanted to look at it and see what kind of horribleness I was in for. But every time I click it, it breaks. But yeah, I did a glitch. I have 2 of the same. I guess technically, you're allowed to... You could have done that all the way up here in the central area. Oh, it's just broken now. It's all just broken. Keep going. What happens? How bad can this be? What? Oh my god, what happened? Game crashed. Game's done. It died. What did I do? I mean, I kept clicking a thing that was obviously breaking the thing. Like, it was breaking my screen. But what was that language? What did it say? I'm scared. Hold me. Did I do something bad? Did I break it? Did I release upon this world something menacing and terrifying? More than just us and all of our little agents? Oh. Oh, hey there. Now can I click on you? It's a thing. Okay, no, let's leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. What am I supposed to do about those? Okay. Well, we're here. Let me pause a second. Oh, good, I can. So just so everyone's aware, I didn't read it, but it said I had to reach meltdown 6, and I think get the boxes. And that's it. That's all I have to do. Don't touch me. Well, boy, do I have news for you. I'm not. You can just sit right there. Oh, no! The White Knight moved! Of course it moved. The game shut down and restarted, but that means Marine Rabbit is way the heck up here. Why is this saying level questionable? Why is there so many question marks? Is this one of those stupid... Oh my god. Oh, I know what's going on, I think. Okay, so I think I have to do all 4 of these suppressions at once. And if I remember right, each one of these had a thing where they made the screen go weird. They made they made it hard to do any work. So great. Okay. No, you know what? This is fine. I'm not as upset as I could be. As I'm gonna be, I'm sure. What I was told before with this is that whatever work you do, it's gonna be different work. But it stays the same each of the different meltdowns. Or, I guess, cycle numbers. So repression was repression work? I was gonna say, I'm going to assume that whatever work that they do, you can see it right here. Repressing death drive, attempting ideological isolation. Okay, well, I guess it just randomly, the repression work is repression work. But, as you can see here, insight work is actually not insight, it's attachment work. Which means that Posey and Nicole cannot do any work because they might accidentally do attachment work. This whole time, they're just going to be fighting. But the good news is this shouldn't be too bad. I know how this works, and I also know how the different dawns and noons work. So we should be able to manage this. Question is whether or not that's 100% true. Okay, let's send a couple people in. I want to be doing work with different abnormalities to kind of see, and I have to test it on some of these weaker ones. I should have a piece of paper. I should be writing all this down. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, there she be! There's the weirdness. I knew this was right around the corner. Okay. What is happening? This is just the dawn. Oh, crap. Oh, no. I know what happens eventually. Eventually, it gets to the point where I can't see anything. This is a nightmare. It's the white one, too. This one's nasty. Also, someone kind of told me what was happening with that one. That it doesn't one-shot all of our little ones. Apparently, it reflects damage. And it just so happens that because we do a crap load of damage, that we are actually doing that much damage against ourselves. So, we're glass cannons. We're out-damaging all of our defenses. Oh, also, hold on. I didn't actually see what kind of work this was. Crap. I'm assuming that was instinct work. Or insight work, I mean. Let's actually send someone in to do insight with the fray shoots and see. Not you, actually. I wanted the second person to go in. Is she praying? No, she's not. Her halo's down, so she's fine. All she's doing is shooting a giant beam of white damage, which might... I can never remember what the range is. That might hit? Who cares? It's not like that they're gonna die instantly from this anyway. That was easy. I was gonna say my biggest, baddest weapon is actually the fact that I can pause and manage time, but I don't think it's true. My biggest, baddest weapon is my knowledge. So whatever information I have is my most powerful weapon. Then it's the fact that I can pause and manage time. What is this? Why is this happening? I don't understand. I'm just not supposed to touch it, right? I really don't understand. Am I supposed to touch it before it happens? But I don't think... Oh, that's what I thought. I'm not supposed to touch it. What happened? What did I do? I'm so confused. What happened? Okay, is this end of day 40? I did it. I think I did it. I don't know if I should let that happen. If I'm being real about this game, I have a feeling that I had to sacrifice either my entire department that was in or my entire facility worth of agents. And I don't have the lobotomy points to recover more than one agent at a time. It said, don't touch me. I touched it. It was weird. The other one turned into a bear. I shouldn't panic too much before I realize what damage is done. So let's keep going. I know I did something bad, but I don't know what.
One who does not cherish sacrifice does not deserve to move forward. I cannot open the door to someone who is not yet ready.
One that's not yet ready? Oh, did they realize I hit a button? And I didn't actually go through the day?
You must stop here.
No. No.
Please turn back. It won't be hard. Your steps will be light as a feather as you leave everything that you've shouldered.
No, that is hard. Do not revert me back to day one automatically.
We shall meet here again once you are finally prepared.
I am prepared. I am ready.
Although I am not sure if our chance to meet anew will come or not.
What is this? What's going on? Okay, continue, day 47. What are those? What are they? What are the buttons? It says do not touch. What if those melt down? If those melt down, I'm gonna have to touch them. Is everyone okay? Everyone still has the exact stats they had before. I am at a loss. Okay, I'm going to assume nothing bad happened. I hit the button, the game did a thing, and now I'm back to where I was. I don't think I ruined my run. I think I'm okay. I am so confused. I am never, ever, ever, ever touching that button again. And just pretend that didn't happen. Okay? None of that happened. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode 66 or something like that, I think, of Lobotomy Corporation. If you remember right, in the last episode, we did a thing, and now this is happening. They transform into other abnormalities too, so I hope that department cannot melt down, and I hope I'm not forced to hit those buttons, because if I am, I'm going to scream really loud. Like the loudest I've probably ever screamed ever. I love this part. I really do. I enjoy the confusion of this, which may seem odd, but this was always like one of the most interesting mechanics to me when we first started doing the meltdowns, or the suppressions, I should say. When I first got into the suppressions, it was fascinating that I could be this confused and like having to piece everything together. And if you remember right, I didn't actually get a chance to play it the right way. All I did was brute force my way through by only doing work with the abnormalities that you can do any work with. So it feels kind of nice to be able to relive this moment and actually do it the right way. This one's going a lot easier, and I think a big portion of that is because I actually took my own advice and decided to write down what does what. It's so much easier when I don't have to think. I can just kind of glance over and like, oh, you know, instinct does pale. And then I can actually do work with some of the ones then that I've been putting off only because I'm too scared to do anything with them. And the nice thing is, some of these outfits are really bright, so I can recognize what departments are which, just based on some of the bright outfits. As long as I can stop time, I can deal with this. Oh crap, which one is this one? Oh good, it's the white fixer. Down there, out of the way. Not a problem. This is my menace. This is the one I have to deal with right here. What in this department can melt down? A Papode. Not bad, actually. Child of the Galaxy would actually be a little bit of a pain. But the Naked Nest and You Must Be Happy are not an issue. Real quick. I have to make sure no one dies and that this black fixer doesn't do that move. That one hurt. That move there should drop the Quiplaw counters. It didn't. No, it's still doing that move. Maybe it just hasn't dropped them yet? I think it's okay. I think we're fine. I don't... Yeah, no one died. Because I don't see any strange outfits down here on the ground just laying down. I guess it's also okay. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to pretend that that didn't happen and it's just going to go away. Now I have to turn my attention to the more dangerous one. Or at least, in my opinion, the more dangerous one. I'm still not sold 100% that it's a complete reflection of damage. Because only one person ever dies. And maybe it's just because Nicole does so much damage. She just out-damages her tankiness. But Nicole and Posey seem to be the only two people who get absolutely obliterated by this thing. So, let's stop doing damage now. Back up a second. Yeah, I guess technically they could be doing that much damage. That could be the problem. Boy, that just tells us how darn strong we are. And how not so tanky we are, too. Oh, yeah, kick the crap out of it. Oh, actually, let's go this way a second. Instead of just taking all the white damage directly to the face, like we just did, I should have just ran them away from it. Okay, everyone in here, run this way a second. Because she's about to do the big white damage spray that hurts. We're good. We're good. We're absolutely good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. So let's get everyone back to their battle stations. Because anytime that these ordeals happen, I run everyone around everywhere. Oh, I think I forgot one of the big issues with this meltdown. Or this suppression, I mean. So I think in the past, if I remember right, each of the different cycles makes it harder and harder for our agents to do work. I think they lose temperance as they go. So that means that I need to be oh so careful about which agents go in and do work with which abnormalities because they're less likely to have a decent day now. I'm also going to be relying on this central information department because their temperance is maxed the heck out. Their temperance is ridiculously high. And I've had them in there gaining temperance for this reason. We're also running into the issue where they don't heal anymore, too. If I have to deal with this noon, I am screwed. Because one of the big reasons why my big hitters work is because they heal. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where things are. That's the red fixer. That's the black fixer. The black fixer being in this department is actually terrifying. Because of the white knight. This is where things can either be okay or a major problem. We have to drop the pale fixer right now. And then after that, then I can work my way up toward where the black fixer is. Don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. It was right here. It's probably in this elevator somewhere. I can then chase after the red and the black fixer. And then I'll handle the white fixer when I can micromanage it. I'm trying my darndest just to get my hands on these boxes. And I could actually get the boxes just from dealing with this ordeal. Ruby, I really wish you would not. I wish you would go down here a second, please. I just don't want to have to select Posey too. I did. I selected everyone except the ones that I wanted. Get out of there. Just... Okay. Posey, go back. You're supposed to be attacking this thing. Your temperance just took a massive hit anyway. Not a big deal. And why are you not all up here? I ordered you to attack too. What is happening? It's probably, unfortunately, Nicole. Can I get you to move? It is Nicole, but she's tanking it like a champ. Go, Nicole, go! Deal with it. Quickly. There. It's dead. Honestly, not a big... Oh, it's because everyone down here went insane! Dang it! Okay. This group needs to bring back... who is that? Angelina. And then everyone else needs to get out of there. Just go there. Go up there a second. Oh, Daniel. Daniel. Poor Daniel. Daniel got just smacked by that. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay. You go here, and then I need to take all my heavies. And all my heavies need to go, and they need to, let's deal with the red fixer, I guess. Really quick. We'll slow that one down. So I'm sending everyone on a mass exodus to the extraction, or the records department, I meant. I have some teams that have been coming in and dealing with anyone who goes insane. I've been putting them in this department, the extraction department. I am also dealing with the red fixer currently with my heavies, slowing it the heck down while the silver mist does its work. And I've been ignoring the black fixer only because as long as I don't attack it, it doesn't seem to do that gong move where it lets out everything. While I'm doing all of that, I've been trying my best to figure out what work is work, only because it did switch on me. So I want to make sure I'm sending in the appropriate work into the White Knight. I don't actually want Marine Rabbit to die, and they can take a lot of hits from the White Knight, but I want to give them every chance I can give them. So I'm taking the time to kind of learn what is what. That is a slow process. Oh no, the red fixer is actually facing the right direction for once. As long as it's facing this way, everyone sort of in this area will be okay. Because there's no one in that area. Yeah, and it won't reach here. And this group will stay here and they'll be okay. I took a bit of a gamble because I don't know where we are on boxes. But I sent red after the white fixer. That's mainly just a distraction. That, and I'm pretty sure red can handle it. Now, even the reflect won't do that much damage. Now, the real hard part is I can't heal anyone. So, death is death. But insanity is not. There's the kicker. As long as they go insane before they die, I can bring them back. Oh my god, you cannot go in there. You're going to die. No! Why? Because I can't heal them. I just tried. They're dead. They're straight up just dead. The child's going to kill them. Now, the other interesting thing is, will red be able to take down the white fixer on their own? And I honestly think that they might be able to, as long as I kind of sort of give them room and space to roam. Let's see. Can we deal with this really quick? I want to deal with it fast. That way it doesn't become a problem. I don't want to lose any more agents. Maybe I should wait. Yeah, there. A maxed out Posey should be able to go in there and deal some massive damage to this thing. And I don't think these two are actually slowing it down like I thought they were. I figured just because it was immune to dark damage didn't mean it was immune to the slow. But it actually feels like it might be. So I'm going to ignore it. And I'm just going to start doing some damage with my heavy reds. That was a lot faster and easier that way. Yeah, a lot faster and easier that way. Now what I need to do is I need to bring back all of these people who are currently sitting here. They need to go here. I have to do work with each one of these. These are all going to melt down now. Which means that one of them is going to become Child's new best friend. And I think that's going to be Susan. It's all dealt with. All of the meltdowns are dealt with. So now I just take everyone, especially since this is all just white damage down here. Now I run them down here. We're going to deal with the white fixer really quick, because red almost has it killed. Here's the major damage. Major damage time. Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. I don't have any bubbles to throw that way either. Actually, you guys sit still a second. Just stay right there. This group's about to get hit hard. I know that I can get those two by. I don't think I can get Gonzalez and Hoon by. They're gonna take damage. Oh, not a lot, actually. No, this is fine. Gosh, we are so tanky. I do not give us enough credit. Why was... honestly, I think I'm just more afraid of the white fixer because of the reflect that we saw than anything else. Oh crap, guys, no, you were fighting the wrong one. Get back in there. That one. Deal with that one. Now run away. Otherwise, you guys are going to get reflected on real hard. I didn't mean to actually bring down red like that. I guess it technically counts to reset them though, because it counts as a suppression. Well, we suppressed it. And red, that's actually a really, oh, well now, about that. I guess in that moment, dealing with that suppression gave me all of my boxes and I was all maxed out on everything. Or maybe I just had to get past the dusk ordeal with all of the wonkiness of the suppressions kicked in. We only lost, well, I can't really read that, but I'm pretty sure we only lost 2. I guess Bloodbath, right? Bloodbath isn't a bad one. I'll take Bloodbath. Now what? None of these. Let's re-extract. I guess I'll take Schadenfreude. Because this one is... maybe this is the one you don't look at. So then it's really easy. I'll take Schadenfreude then. I can't remember which one is which. Oh, no. Oh, this is A. Okay, I don't want to guess and, like, ruin things, but if we're dealing with a combination of all the different Sephiroth's abilities, you add in a Gabora and a Binna into any other weirdness that's going on, and we are screwed.
Do you remember when we still knew the warmth of the sun? We've become too cold to continue cherishing such things. No, in fact, we weren't meant to bask in such warmth in the first place. You feel it too, don't you? I can see you already feeling the nostalgia in the air right as you stepped into this room. There is a tale of 2 doors. Those 2 doors that never wanted to be open, but had to be.
Carmen! What? Hey, it's me. Are you there? Can I come in? No! No ghosts, please!
I didn't want to listen to what would come next.
Oh, is that us remembering the moment before Carmen lost their life? So maybe she was coming to say goodbye and we ignored her.
I wanted to pretend I wasn't in the room, because I knew what she was going to tell me. Sometimes her thoughts could be extremely reckless. It really frightened me whenever she did that.
Open the first door. Yeah, open it. Oh, well, what? Scribbles? Well, I mean, I guess we technically haven't ever seen her face, have we? We've just seen shadows of her. But I was hoping I could at least in these memories see what Carmen used to be. And maybe it's because the pain of looking at Carmen is too much. A can't bear it, so in his mind, he has repressed Carmen's face.
I saw her eyes right after opening that door. She walked into your lab and started illustrating her hypothesis, carefully yet decidedly. You wanted to tell her it was preposterous, but like always, she had you persuaded. You had no choice but to admit it was the only way. What made me, us, so upset was how much it hurt to listen to her put it so calmly as if it were none of our business, and how much we loathed ourselves for just having to tolerate it.
Wait. Is that suggesting that it was all part of the plan? That Carmen sacrificed themselves to create this? More so than she was just depressed? I sure hope not. I sure hope it wasn't just part of some master scheme. Was this whole thing part of it? And then A just had a mental breakdown and couldn't take the pain of it all? And then did this? Whatever this is anymore?
We just can't seem to get any further than this.
However, we will break through somehow.
We've got Carmen with us after all.
Don't worry. I think it'll all work out.
The biological scans show that Carmen is the fittest candidate. But we haven't run a precision test yet, though. So if we want to find another candidate, we can always...
Carmen can.
Carmen is. Carmen would. Carmen.
You should have been the one to die.
The research wasn't bearing fruit. People were growing tired, yet their eyes glittered with expectation. She was on the edge. One more step would make her fall. Then, that day, when Enoch's breath stopped, she finally realized that her path was always in her sight. Just one glance below the fall, and she'd never lift her head again. She wouldn't respond no matter how many times I yelled. Only the sound of flowing water filled the air. I just kept yanking the doorknob like I were insane. Yet I hoped it would never open. I hoped and prayed countless times.
Open the second door. Yeah, that was the discovery, huh?
The first thing I saw once I opened the door was a pair of closed eyes. She stepped into the bath herself, so that not a fragment of needless emotion, like guilt, would pile up on us. We saw with our eyes so clearly she was bleeding out and delirious, but still she held on to life. We violated her body with our own hands and buried her underneath the ground. Why was she so cruel? Why did we have to become so cruel? We asked this question without an answer to the toast that celebrated our success, blossomed with death. However, I have found a way to redeem us. At long last, you have come to the right place. This is the room where she sleeps. Don't worry, she won't wake up with this much noise. Can you meet her again? Let's do it like this. Ask her, she who was always watching you from the beginning.
I'm guessing we're going further and further down into the well. We're meeting where Carmen is laid to rest. And maybe Carmen isn't dead. But maybe Carmen is down there in a perpetual state of life. And it's because she's hanging in the balance between the two that she is like, I guess, a gateway, a doorway between this world and the next. And because of that, we can reach through her and grab at these monsters and demons and wrench them out of whatever fresh hell that they live in.
I have something I should confess. I actually have a much weaker heart than everyone thinks. I always say stuff like, count on me, and just follow me, in front of everyone. But I'm never sure about the things I do. If anyone were harmed or put in trouble because of what I do, I would definitely be shaken and end up hating myself. I know that. That's why I need to ask you for a favor. No matter what I may become, please finish what I started.
Oh, Carmen, why? Why ask us that?
We humans have weak hearts. One crack, and it will easily crumble. I am no exception to this, but you'll endure through it. There is only one way out, and it'll never change. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Are you unsure? I have this routine I do whenever I'm afraid of the path I have taken. It's like being a plant, photosynthesizing. Ease up your tension and just close your eyes. Yes, just like that. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so that your mind finds itself comfortable too. It tickles, no? But just wait. Now.
Fade away without a trace.
Oh, crap. I think we've found Carmen. All of her neurons have been spread out to form what looks similar to like an angel. I don't know why, of all of the horrific things we've seen, this hits hard.
Yes, I was the only one. I was the only one who could fulfill her ideal. I was the only one who could finish it. Only me. However, she never told me this path of hers would be riddled with such vicious thorns and spikes. This is the bucket, created from Carmen's sacrifice. This bucket is the beginning and the end destination of this place. Cogito is endlessly produced here, spewing out life and death. When we saw that the bath was overflowing, we thought everything was over. However, we couldn't have been more wrong. She's alive, right now, as this. She saw every path we walked. In reality, her ideal was simply too grand in the first place, and our power too minuscule to fulfill it. She sacrificed everything of hers without a trace left behind. But I, you and I, we remember the things we've done to become a wing, to stay a wing. It was revolting at first, but you see how we acclimated to it after the first few times? We flawlessly realized our hideous actions, just like all the other wings. No, not just that. We even evolved our own unique cruelty that can't be found in any other wing. The story of our human sacrifices are required to fulfill our ideal needed to be continued. So we had to put on the guise of simply being manic about energy production. Though we know the truth too well. Were we really only pretending? Well, we were so indifferent towards the countless deaths. Probing and combing through the brain of a woman to blend into the world, to evade the head and the eye, throwing a person into the jaws of a monster just to gain some energy, reincarnating your colleagues just to make them live through the same agony again? Do you really think those are things any normal person would do? Yet, we closed up our eyes and ears, and numbed ourselves. We eventually felt nothing for what we do. I named myself Abram, to remember our sins, sacrificing the innocent. What did I even expect to achieve? Doing all this, founding a showy corporation. I don't even know anymore. Does it really matter at this point? No, it doesn't. We were wrong from the start. Our very existence is wrong. You and I, all that's left for us is atonement.
You already knew. You knew we didn't meaninglessly embrace this pain. Tifereth knew that a long time ago. I guess that's why we always walked ahead of me. One day I realized that you were also looking towards somewhere with a clear vision, just like he did. I just didn't want to admit that I was lagging behind. I think that's why I was always so frustrated. I'm the Sephira of the middle layer, head of the central command team. I can't afford to fall behind like that, now can I? That's the reason why I said I'll count on you and hold expectation. Promise to show me someday, and show the world the fruit of our pain and labor.
The expectation for the meaning of existence. You'll fall onto the ground no matter how much expectation and hope you have. You know what? Photosynthesis is for plants, after all. Things that actually take sunlight. It was never for something like you and I. Don't you know this already? We drove Carmen to death. We just saw that.
I was always furious without any real reason. It always felt like I'm missing something, but I never knew what that something was. I vented this anger of mine in a rather bad way, as you saw. This madness, without purpose, would never go away. If you didn't stop me, I would have grown bigger and bigger. It would have eventually devoured me. Look, we're never going back to how it was before. The situation's changed way too much. But I was able to keep my promise with her because you stopped me, at the very least. You also have to remember this. She would want you to protect what we have left, rather than just languish in guilt.
The courage to protect. Yes, she entrusted us with what's left. But we were not the person who Carmen thought us to be, no? The only person that believed in us was gone. There was no one left around us.
Manager, do you know why I chose to join your small company instead of any other grander wings? Of course, Carmen's moving speech did pique my interest. Not gonna lie. However, the decisive factor for me was because I liked how everyone here trusted Carmen. You know how meaningless the word trust is nowadays, don't you? That's not all, Manager. Carmen trusted in you entirely until her moment of death. Everyone else who remained did too. Why do you think I decided to stick with you until the end? Just look around you now. Everyone gathered here just for you, and they're waiting expectantly.
Those who are faithful and trustworthy. How can you be so certain? Carmen lies here, neither alive nor dead. How can you walk towards the unpredictable future, leaving her behind here? We are obliged to remain trapped in this cycle of eternal punishment. Yet still, you want to reach for tomorrow. You want to escape this endless regret and atonement? There is one final door past here that wasn't written in the story. It's one I can't open. It only opens to those who are not soaked in regret. Think you can open it?
Open the final door. Why not? We've gone this far. We've done everything we could for all of the people that we care about, including ourselves and Carmen. Where are we now? Why do I see only darkness? Why does my voice not reach you at the finale? I don't see anything. There was something there! I swear there was something there for a split second! Well, there's another portion of the architecture team added on. We are pushing pretty heavily into the end now. We should be able to continue pushing forward. I don't think I need to necessarily retry. I just have to move some people around and probably swap out some ego in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching this one, and remember to take care and goodbye!
Bye!